Hello. This is a post top 30 gig. This is a post top 30 gig Q&A for anybody joining, watching it not live. All right, Banger. How's it going? Hello. I'm Slovenia. How's it going? Oh, thank you. Cheers, mate. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Thank you very much. I'm glad you enjoyed the gig. It was great. Hello, California. Hello, Toronto, Detroit. How's it going, everybody? Thanks so much, everyone that joined. How long does it take to make the numbers for each gig? What do you mean? How long does it take me to make the numbers? George does it all. Yeah, it's as you can probably tell, not that long. Hi Brazil, how's it going? Northumberland. Thank you very much. That's very kind of you. Fundy, how's it going? Dundee. I went to university in Dundee for 4 years, and yeah, it's affectionately known as Fundy, and it is very fun. New Zealand, how's it going? What time of day is it in New Zealand? It must be very early in the morning there. That's very appreciate you getting up that early. When can we expect a new album? A new Snow Patrol album? Well, we're writing at the moment, and just seeing what's happening, seeing what's going on. Until we can get all in the same room together, and there's not going to be much going on in that department. But there's definitely Snow Patrol songs being written at the moment. It's when we can record them, so I'm not sure. How did it come out with Cold Out in the Dark? Have I got the original recording of Cold Out in the Dark here somewhere? I'm gonna see if I can find it. SP. What album is it on? 6? SP6. Was it 6 or 5? 6. Actually, I don't know if I can find it. SP6, I'll look it up here. Hold on a second. SP6. No, I don't have it. How did we come up with it? It was that dum, and everything else just sort of fell into place around it, really. So yeah, some sirens. Have you ever met George Lucas? Yes, I live with him. He's right there. Okay, are we done with this charade now? Is that what you're saying? No, never met him. Would love to. He's a big hero. Of mine. Grew up on Star Wars and Indiana Jones, for that matter. How's the EP sale? Not sure. I'm not going to know until international numbers till Monday. So I'll probably do the whole thing in a oneer rather than give you some numbers on Friday. I'll try and give you all the numbers on Monday for this week's sales around the world. So we'll leave it till then. That's Monday. Next Monday. Thank you. What was the bar that you shot the video for New York? Oh, now you're asking. It was in London, and it was loads of everybody in that bar was friends of somebody in the band, so it was all of our mates, and we basically just filmed around them having a night out. We just said, everyone just drink, enjoy yourselves. And as the night went on, because I was working, singing, so I wasn't drinking, but everyone else was. So as the night went on, it got more and more unruly and impossible to kind of stop. And people were supposed to ignore me. That was the whole conceit of the video, is that I was sort of sitting in a crowded room, but completely and utterly invisible. But people just forgot that after a while. They were drunk, so they just kept coming up talking to me. We had to go, cut! Best advice I've ever been given? I've been given a lot of good advice, but for songwriting, I think is probably because it's the thing that affects my life the most. I think, in terms of my own personal live song, when I can't write songs, when I have writer's block, that has a knock-on effect on all sorts of things, my mental health, etc. And I got some great advice from some brilliant singer-songwriters who all kind of said the same thing. And you can't stare at the empty page. You got to write on it. It doesn't matter what you write. Just keep writing and write and write until it starts to make sense. Staring at the empty page is the worst thing you can do. So I try not to do that anymore. But every now and again, you get caught up in it. Do my neighbours like the gigs? I don't know. I actually don't know. They probably can hear them, that's for sure. Song I wish I'd written. So many songs. First one that comes to mind, there's two that always sort of spring to mind as my two sort of favourite songs of the last 10 years. Pink and White by Frank Ocean and Re-Stax, Regarding Stax by Bon Iver. How funny were some of the songwriter sessions? There were some really funny bits. My favourite bit, and I said this in a few interviews, is that someone sort of, we're in a live video now, so somebody came into the live stream and just said, like, I was looking up, writing down the words on the screen, and then looking down again and writing, like, so it just must have looked really strange. And I guess somebody maybe clicked on the link thinking it was like going to be a live gig. So what they just said was, what the fuck is going on? We actually got a few, what's going on? Or what the hell are we doing? Or what are we doing? And actually it ended up in, one of them ended up in Reaching Out to You. What the hell are we still doing in the shadows of the night? So that what the hell are we doing was in there. So so I think people were kind of like, what's going on here? Why is he just writing down everything he says? That's weird. That's really cool. That's really cool. Thank you. Thanks for sticking with us for that long a time. That's a long time to be with us. Any news about Listen Time? Listen Time, everything has been put on hold while I was doing the press and radio for the EP, which has been pretty much constant for the last sort of 3 or 4 weeks. And now that the last couple of things, I've still got a few more bits and pieces of press and TV to do. Zoom TV, you gotta love it. I'm doing me, Johnny, Ian, and Pablo, and Miriam, and the Ian and Miriam's kids are actually on Sunday brunch. What date is it today? Sunday brunch on the 6th, is it? For anybody that doesn't know what Sunday brunch is, that doesn't live in the UK, I think it's probably shown in Ireland as well. It's a really fun TV show. I'm just trying to think. 6. Yes. So that'll be 2 weeks. 2 weeks we're on it. And playing Reaching Out to You. And I'm doing a wee interview. So that'll be the last thing we do for the EP in this sort of press cycle bit of it. So I'm going to get back to, long story short, or long story long, I'm going to get back to doing other things sort of next week or so. So I will probably go a little quiet on socials and things like that, just because I want to pick up a bunch of stuff that I've been letting kind of sit. Don't go eating any hot sauce. Well, I'm going to be in my house and it's going to be on a Zoom call, so the only way that I'd be eating hot sauce is if I did it to myself. Would I teach English or history? I don't think I could teach either of them, but I probably maybe know a little bit more about history. I mean, I studied history for many years, and I love history. I read history a lot, but I think the thing. Sorry, Natalie. Oh no, it is 6. It is the 6th for Sunday brunch. I think the thing that I realized more that I read is that I know very, very little. I think it's a good thing to realize that I'm not an expert. a book of GL Ramblings. GL Ramblings is a pretty good name for like a pseudonym for if I was going to write a book. GL Ramblings. If I was a Star Wars character, who would it be? My favorite Star Wars character. It's funny because they made The Mandalorian. Obviously, it's not about Boba Fett, but Boba Fett was my favorite Star Wars character when I was growing up. I had this spacecraft, and I had his little action figures, and I had loads of different action figures. Yeah, not loads, but some. And it was him. It was him. I pretended to be. Do I write poetry? I did write poetry. I did write poetry. I wasn't very good at it. Alias or Lost. Oh, I love them both. I love them both. J.J. Abrams is a genius. I think Alias might just because I think the story in Alias is just so interesting once it gets going. Once it gets going and you get into the kind of the arc, it's so amazing. Really is one of the best TV shows ever. But Lost is brilliant too. Favorite song to play live? Heal Me every time. Heal Me. Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. Yeah, you're right about that. Fringe. I love Fringe as well. Anything J.J. Abrams does, I'll be watching it. Favorite Simpsons episode? There is a great episode where he gets high on medical marijuana, and Marge, he goes missing for like the whole day, and he comes in, and Marge goes, "Where have you been?" And he goes, "Whoa, whoa, 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 one question at a time." Anyway, that's one of my favorite lines. Gavin and Stacey. Love Gavin and Stacey. Although Grey's Anatomy was very good to us. Love the OA. Love the OA. Unbelievably good show. I would put Dark and the OA together, like in terms of their genius. Favorite Father Ted episode? There's so many. There's the I don't know if I remember like whole episodes, like, but the bit where they get the car, they get a new car that's supposed to be raffled, and they're trying to rig the raffle so that they win the car, but there's a little dent in the car, and Father Ted says, "I'll just take that out with the tap of a hammer." And then the next scene is Dougal and Ted looking at the car. You can't see the car yet, and Dougal goes, "Well, you'll never get it quite right, Ted." And the camera pans around, and the car is completely destroyed. And yeah, it's quite a lot of arguments. The Bureau. I've heard about the Bureau. Yeah. What am I reading? I've kind of not been reading anything at the moment. I've been doing mostly press. Queens of Stone Age are amazing. Yes, we did. We did work on a song with her. It was amazing. Which track from the EP is my favorite? It changes. Light Years, I think, is my favorite. The new version. So there's a CD version of Light Years and Dance With Me, and then there's the digital version of Light Years and Dance With Me. They're two different versions of each of those songs. The digital version is amazing with the piano. Love it. Oh, Mark Lanigan biography. Yeah, I love Screaming Trees are amazing, and his solo stuff. It's amazing. Don't Give In was written about a friend of mine, but ended up being kind of more autobiographical. Didn't realise just how close I was to giving in when I was writing it. Kind of saved me, that song. Favourite Neil Young album? It might be an obvious one. Because I think, Harvest is probably my favourite. But I know that's a bit obvious, but it just is. I'm glad you're still here. Oh, thank you. What is All the Love You Ever Get? What Is All the Love You Ever Get is more of a song. It's more of a joyful song to me. It's like just about being here now, rather than I project a lot into the future or think about the past too much. Just be in love with the people around you right now. Favorite Harry Potter character? I've seen the films, but I didn't read the books. The Robbie Coltrane, the big guy, I like him. Yeah, you're right there. And make yourself happy first. That's why they say put your own oxygen mask on first when they do the safety thing on the plane. You're no use to anybody if you don't. Hagrid. What do I do to relax? Angela on here called me a dork for saying this the last time somebody asked me that. I play my guitar. Meditate. Go to the gym, actually, because the gym actually helps me get rid of that sort of anxious energy. So I actually do feel more regulated after I've done it, but I try and go there every day. I've never scuba dived. I'm too afraid of the sea. Who can actually relax? There you go. It's good if you can get yourself 10 minutes or half an hour, like if you can in a day. What's the favourite lyrics from the new EP? You know what? I'm gonna go with. I think it's from. Is it Dance With Me? Yeah, I mean, there's so many. I think there's so many. The panic wine that I've been drinking up. This is from Dance With Me. The panic wine that I've been drinking up till now. Goodbye to sad times in the dark. Resetting planets brings a quiet in the noise. Come dance with me, even though we're miles apart. What computer now? I'm all appled up. Phone and laptop the same. Favorite? How do you select special guests on the tours? Yeah, we do. We select. We choose ours. We ask ours. Like all the time. People try and suggest bands that come out with you, but and sometimes that works, but it's better that we pick them. So it'll all be bands that we love. You know, we've had some incredible bands turn with us in the past. How's the Peace Lily? Very, very healthy. I have 2 Peace Lilies. I have one that was here, well, one that I've had for 4 or 5 years, and the one my mum sent me, still thriving. I'd love to get a dog, but I can't get a dog because I don't know how long I'm going to be in any one place. It's not fair. What do you think of Youngblood? I think he's amazing, absolutely amazing. Yeah, absolutely brilliant. James Corden was brilliant in Bournemouth. He was. He's sung with us quite a few times. He's always great. Absolutely brilliant. Does the girl in Garden Rules know you love her? The girl the song was written about? Yeah, that was a song written about a girl that I loved when I was like 5. We were both 5 years old. Written a couple of songs about her. Yes, yeah, she does. I'm not going to say her name again because it's not fair, but I did say her name once, and I did get back to her, and I heard from friends that she laughed and she took it well. It was a sweet song, so it's not like it was anything bad. Yeah, we were 5 years at primary 1, primary 2 maybe, might be 5 or 6. First love. Favorite ice cream. I don't eat that much ice cream anymore. What's my favorite movie? It changes as well. You know, it's the first ones I think of. I always think about gangster movies because I guess they are the most kind of present. They stay with you the longest. Goodfellas, Once Upon a Time in America, Godfather 1 and 2. Scarface, Carlito's Way. Yeah, do love a good gangster movie. Is there a question you're tired of answering? Kinda. I mean, you know, kinda. It's sometimes you get, and I have nothing but love for all the people behind Grey's Anatomy. Of course, they've done us an awful lot of good. But sometimes we get asked a question in a way that it seems like we work on the show, and it's like, so what do you like? You're one of the writers or something like that? I'm like, no, I'm not on the show. Have I wrote songs with Ed Sheeran? Yes. Ed, Johnny and myself wrote Photograph together, and I've written some other songs with him as well that haven't made albums. But writing with him is just the best. It's the most extraordinary music mind I've ever been in the room with. You know, just ideas. It's like he's an unstoppable machine and a joy to be around. It's just part of our family. Get Your Foot Out. I didn't write Photograph. I wrote Bloodstream. Natalie's right. Natalie just sent me. Sorry, cancel that. I don't know why Photograph was on my mind. Bloodstream. It was Bloodstream. Thank you, Natalie, for correcting me. Sorry, I don't know why it came out that came out wrong. But Bloodstream. Sometimes you get mixed up. We're all First guitar. It was a guitar called Axe guitars, and you could get one for 99 pounds in the back of a music magazine. I saw it in the back of a music magazine. I was like, can I get this for Christmas? I think I was 12, and it was a guitar and amp, an Axe guitar and a Gorilla amp, and the guitar was actually the guitar that I wrote. I found the guitar in the garage years later, and it only had 4 strings on it. I don't think I've ever told this story. I might have done it, but it only had 4 strings on it. It was missing the 2 E strings, so it was just these. And this somehow got tuned to C, to C. And that is what I wrote on Olive Grove, facing the sea, on. And I just put my hand on the guitar and went bloom, and it made that noise, and then the song just came out. So never throw out a guitar. You got your first real 4-string, brilliant, very good. Oh, gotta break that. All right. At the 5 and dime, don't quit. Johnny got married. Could have known that we never get far. When I look back now, love that album. Bryan Adams, I believe the album's called Reckless. Great record. Oh, come on now. Don't keep, Natalie just corrected me. I wasn't being dishonest about Photograph. I just said the wrong song. That's all. Do I speak Gaelic? No, I don't. I don't. I wish I did. I'd love to. I'd love to speak more languages. I'd love to speak Gaelic and French and Spanish and German and Russian and Arabic and Chinese, and I'd love to be like multilingual, but I don't have the aptitude for it. Best gig I've ever seen is still, I mean, I've said this before, but Nirvana in 1992, supported by Teenage Fan Club and the Breeders. Unbelievably good. I was 16. Blew my mind. Absolutely blew my mind. Dutch, teach us some. Have I seen this show Shetland? Yes, I have. It's I really like it. Was I close to Nirvana? No. I mean, I've. I've been a massive fan. I'm just in awe. And I'm like, we shared the stage with Foo Fighters a few times, and I'm just a babbling moron when I'm around them. It's like meeting living gods. It's like I can't control my lack of. Well, I mean, I'm sure I've had plenty of good nights out in Bangor. Woolsey's was always a good crack. Oh God, you were asking me if I was. Right, that's hilarious. No, I was like, yeah. Ever meet your hero? Yeah, I've only ever really embarrassed myself in front of my heroes. I'm the least cool person ever. Like most of the time, but certainly when I meet my heroes, I'm babbling moron. Never done putting my foot in it. Everybody, pick a name. I've embarrassed myself in front of them. Do you need some water wings? What's your songwriting process? Well, the songwriting process is pretty much the same order of things as what is on the Saturday Songwrite. Excuse me. Saturday Songwrite sessions. It's guitar first. Write a little guitar thing. Do a. Right? And then go. Then write a melody, as in that, and then write lyrics to it. It's kind of that. At its core, that's the simplest way that I do it. So it's the same kind of order of things as the way we did it in the Saturday Songwrite. And then gibberish, yeah. Gibberish as well. There's always plenty of gibberish. And then you vote for 3, yeah. That's it. Do four melodies and vote for 3. Am I superstitious? Yes, I am. I have wore 2 different coloured socks since I left school for some reason. I mean, no idea why. I mean, I think at the time I was it was some kind of defiance. Like I was made to wear the same colour socks at school for my whole life. I was like, I'm never wearing the same colour socks again. And then it's become a superstition. I have no idea how. Rambo gibberish. Favorite Frank Sinatra song. Fly me to the moon and let me play among the stars. Do I like clothes shopping? have a wild guess. No, I don't. I go into clothes shop and just have a meltdown just immediately, and walk back out again. I go I've got enough clothes. It's fine. I got 4 or 5 t-shirts that I can swap around and fight. Do I believe in ghosts? I don't know. Don't think so. Maybe. Seen some strange things in my time, but I'm always trying to rationalize them, so it's hard if you don't just lean into it, but maybe. What was the concert with the most crowd? I mean, there's headline festival shows that we've done to 80, 90, 100,000 people. Our own biggest show was probably Bangor, my hometown, 42,000 people in Bangor. That was our own show. So a non-festival show, that would probably be the biggest one. Favorite rom-com? It's easy. It's easy. When Harry Met Sally. It's just the best. Broken Bottles Form a Star was a prelude. Was anything originally supposed to come after it? Yes. The truth of the matter is that we wrote 2 albums when we wrote Fallen Empires, and the second album was supposed to come out after the first. It was supposed to be kind of a part 2, but when we put everything together, the songs weren't good enough, so I didn't put it out. Do I like scary movies? I like kind of classic scary movies. The Exorcist, Don't Look Now, Rosemary's Baby, that type of thing. I don't like gory, slashery kind of movies. But anything kind of psychological, I'm into it. Earliest memory is it's not early. It's not. I don't remember anything before I was 6. People say they remember things from the first year of their life. Not me. I remember the World Cup 1982. I would have been 6 years old. Northern Ireland beat Spain in that World Cup 1-0, and the excitement that everybody had. People were lifting me up in the air and going mental and stuff. It was a very, very big memory for me. I don't. Somebody's read. I don't remember shit either. Jesus, that's funny. I'm gonna. We'll do another 5. We'll do another 5 minutes. Yep. Oh right. Last live show. I think it was probably one we played. It was probably the Belfast one in the Limelight. Did I go to Inch Beach in Dingle? I did. It's a lovely beach. We wrote an album that we wrote Eyes Open in Dingle, or just outside Dingle in Ballydavid, and we went to Inch Beach a lot. Come back to Europe, yeah. What will I do tomorrow? Well, I've got more interviews to do for the EP late tonight. I've been doing interviews kind of early morning my time or late night time. Technically early morning as well, because most of the interviews are European or UK or Irish. So I've been set up to sort of 4 o'clock in the morning to do those interviews. So I've got more of those tonight, and then starting next week I'm going to take some time to work back on a whole bunch of projects that I've been kind of putting on the sideline, putting on the back burner. How do I find interviews? It just depends. It depends on the interviewer. The interviewer is, it's not fair to expect them to be enthusiastic every time, but it does help if they are informed, and they show a kind of journalists have to do so many interviews with so many different people. They cannot kind of like everything they write about, and I do feel for them a bit. Sometimes you're just tasked with speaking to somebody you don't really want to speak to. As a journalist, I'm sure. But it does help a lot if somebody is enthusiastic. I'll tell you that. It does really, really help the interview. Favorite talk show host to chat to? James Corden is my pal. So, but I've never chatted to him on a show right enough. But I think one of the best radio shows, this is radio, not TV, but radio shows in the world is Chris Evans' show, which is now on Virgin Radio in the UK. It's so much fun. It's ridiculously so much fun. You can't. There's no show that I've had more fun on than that show. It really is brilliant. PJs or not? No PJs. What do I believe in? It's pretty simple, really. Humanity, kindness, love, the connectivity of all things and all people. can call it whatever you want to call it, and I respect all faiths and all people of non-faith or whatever. I just believe in humanity. Loving that. Cheers, Kieran, legend. Damn right, absolutely. Thank you all. So lovely to chat to you all, it really is. Thank you everybody for everything that you've done over the last months of lockdown. Everybody that was involved in the Saturday Songwrites, everybody that's listened to the live shows, everybody that's asking questions involved. It's been so lovely. It really has. It's kept me sane through it, and I am, I'm just so grateful for you all. And I'll be offline for a little bit, just while I work on some other music with some of the guys, and but I'll be back, in time, well, hopefully with some new music. Well, I'll come back on Monday. Actually, I'll come back on Monday live to give you the results of what the sales around the world, and hopefully we'll have sold a few. We'll sell a few thousand. Well, let's just keep the expectations low, and hopefully we'll maybe make a little bit of money for the Trussell Trust. It'd be lovely. That'd be a lovely way to start next week. Take care of yourselves, everybody. Loads and loads of love. I'll speak to you Monday. All right. Take care. Bye bye.